Hey everyone, I just want to do a quick video slideshow here about my 2021 Craftsman T240 lawn tractor that I purchased at Lowe's in April of 2021. Here's my receipt. You can see I paid $21.33 after tax, and here is the current inflated price of this garbage mower now. I only have 109 hours on this machine, and I already am dealing with a complete transmission breakdown. I'm dumbfounded by the entire thing. You'll just have to take my word for it that in no way was this machine abused. Normal grass cutting. I ran a very small seeder behind it to seed grass. But what began to happen is that the machine started getting slower and weaker every time I used it. I replaced the drive belt a while back thinking it was maybe slipping, checked for debris buildup, the broken fan maybe on top of the unit. None of that was a problem. There was no seals leaking. Again, I mean, this machine only has 109 hours. In no way should you see any of that stuff. Shouldn't even be replacing the drive belt at 109 hours. But none of those common things seem to work. And by the way, I clean this mower off, thoroughly every time I use it. I don't leave any debris on it. Everything gets clean. Oil changes exactly when they're supposed to be. All of that. So I didn't have any of the common problems. But the slowing down, and particularly in reverse, would just kept getting worse. Particularly after about 20 minutes of use, you would notice you'd start to kind of lose reverse. Now, the only indicator that I can think of that may have been a red flag about this is that when I first purchased the machine, and one of the first times I used it, it seemed like I had a little bit of an issue getting it into reverse. Like it would just sort of want to kind of stick and not really want to fully engage reverse. But, went back and forth with it a few times, and that problem cleared up, and I just didn't think any more of it. But I will tell you, if you have experienced anything like that and you just brought this thing home, I would tell you take it back immediately, because I really think that that's where everything began to go downhill. I'm not going to do anything like a rebuild video here because there's plenty of good ones I've already seen. I've done all the research, I've looked at it, watched them thoroughly, and that's basically what I'm doing now, is following along with these videos and rebuilding this unit myself. When I got into the unit, I was hoping to just find a clogged screen filter and, my problems would be over. I don't know why that would happen at 109 hours, but, wishful thinking. However, as I looked deeper into it, I had several mid-pump springs that were broken in the larger pump block section. And when those fragments traveled through the unit, it scored the cylinder blocks terribly. And you can see in these pictures here just what bad scoring looks like in between the channels and everything on the pump blocks, and that's what causes your slowdown and sometimes complete stoppage after the unit's warmed up about 20 minutes of using it. Now I've been doing a lot of looking around on the internet, a lot of snooping around and trying to figure out if other people are experiencing this or anything, and I have found some speculation out there that Tuff Torq is using some sort of reclaimed metal, cheaper metal, maybe to better their stupid ESG scores or whatever these big companies are doing now, and it's totally ridiculous. Now, Craftsman gives a 3-year limited warranty on these mowers, but it basically just covers the engine, based on what I can tell. And when you call the MTD support desk, if you are going to try to take it in for warranty work, they couldn't give me any straight answers as to whether or not that transmission would be covered. The warranty center that I went to was absolutely horrible and just basically didn't even want to help me, and they wanted $130 diagnostic fee before they would even call MTD to see if it would be covered. So, you know, I've heard other horror stories about these centers where you drop your stuff off and, you know, you're without a mower for like 6 months. It comes back to you, there's other stuff that's broken on it, or it's been sitting out in the weather for all these 6 months, and you got more problems than when you took it in. So that just wasn't what I was prepared to do. And I was like, you know what, I'll just open this thing up and take a look at it myself, and I'll deal with it. So, you know, then more total BS begins, because you go to Tuff Torq, to their website and their help desk and everything, and what they want for you to rebuild one of these things, like if you just want to rebuild this mid-pump section, I mean, again, this is 109 hours, so the differential, all of that sparkling clean, everything's fine, but everywhere that this metal goes through and screws things up, it did. You can't just buy the specific parts. So Tuff Torq wants you to buy a complete rebuild kit to the tune of, like, it's just shy of $500 to rebuild this thing. And so, you know, luckily, again, through snooping around, I was able to find that there are some people out there that are remanufacturing parts for these, and where you can get possibly some used or remanufactured parts for them, and save quite a bit of money. You can also just buy a whole Transaxle from Tuff Torq. It's like $700. And if I had my choice between the kit and the thing, I think for $200 extra, you may as well just buy the whole Transaxle. And, you know, you want to keep in mind, too, that this unit's really supposed to be unserviceable. So, you know, it's supposed to last a lifetime of the mower, but that's just not the case. So forgive me for rambling on this, but you know, the takeaways that I want to present here are that, you know, why are we spending $2,000 to $3,000 on these garbage mowers that are designed to fail? It's completely moronic to me. And I would say overall that these machines, their engines are great. The engine hasn't missed a beat. I think engine technology has improved quite a bit, actually, over the years. But it's the rest of this mower that's built like paper mache. And they probably design it that way. That's why they give you the 3-year warranty on the engine, and then, you know, you're left out in the cold on all these other BS things that break down. And obviously this mower is worthless without a transaxle that works correctly. So if you've purchased any one of these mowers like this, and it's the same mower as the Cub Cadet, there's, I don't know which one it is, the XT1 or something like that, but it's the exact same mower, just different color. If you've experienced anything like this with this Tuff Torq transmission, you know, I would take it back immediately if you can, and buy something older that's used and works well and save a ton of money. I don't know. I really think you're better off either using a push mower or going into the higher end zero turn market. Definitely not the zero turns that are available in most of the box stores, but the higher end zero turns. If you're going to do a riding mower, you're probably going to have to spend at least $5,000 or something to have a decent riding mower. I'm just completely worked up about this, and you know, I'm not a person that likes to waste money, and I really feel like I wasted my money with this mower. So just a heads up to all of you guys out there, and thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer, but I mean, really the best answers have already been put out there. Thanks. Have a great day.